Hey, what's going on, everyone? Sly here with Flo. Flo, man, we heard the news. Everyone's talking about it, and we'll give our 2 cents. Brandon Aiyuk requesting a trade from the 49ers. You know, it's been kind of turmoil this offseason. To me, I didn't feel it was going to get to this part because we had to deal with this 2 years ago at Deebo Samuel. But it looks like it's pretty much the exact same thing. What do you think, man? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, man. What was it, a week ago or two? I thought it was pretty much a done deal. I
Yeah,
thought he was about to sign.
Going to Levi's.
So I don't know what happened within that little bit of time frame to make things go sour again for him to go back on this whole, like, hey, I want to get out of here, ship me out kind of thing. Like I said, it's pretty much just a ploy to try to play hardball, you know, at the end of the day. But the Niners, we have all the power, just like we did with the Deebo Samuel situation 2 years ago. Don't freak out. Don't start throwing this guy under the bus. Let things play out. Chill, relax, and I'm still going in that positive light. I'm pretty sure he's gonna end up signing a deal with us because if we sign him now, later on down the road, that contract is not even gonna be that bad. If you think about it, they just gotta make sure the numbers aren't too overly inflated. Obviously, he wants to get paid because all these other receivers like Jefferson and stuff got paid huge, so he wants his money. But we got to understand his value overall. Don't go out and reach too much. So right now, I'm relaxing. I think it's going to be like the Deebo Samuel situation again. But man, I was hoping it was going to be cleared after last week.
Yeah, man, it's a crazy situation. And I talked about this during the Deebo Samuel situation. This reminds me of, we're Laker fans, man. We'll say it. When Kobe Bryant wanted out of LA and everyone was like, what the heck, what's going on? And Jerry West, those guys were like, Kobe, we get rid of you, we're not going to get equal return. We're just not. And that's the one thing I loved about Jerry West, man, one of the great GMs out there. He knew when to say no. He said absolutely no way. And that's what the 49ers got to do. No way in how you're getting rid of a guy who's about to enter his prime. Between 25 to 27, 28, you'll have him. You can't do it, man. You can't be trading one of your best players out there, all pro. So to me, don't do it, man. Don't do it. Even if he says he's going to hold out, man, let him do it, man. Let him go out and hold out. Who cares? At the end of the day, he still has a year under his contract, and then you could franchise tag him. So what leverage does he even have, man? I still like Brandon Aiyuk. Even though he's going through this, same thing happened with Deebo Samuel. We're pissed off. I still like the dude. And I'm not going to be out there saying, F this guy, F. I've heard that a lot of that right now on Twitter. People are just pissed off about this whole situation. But at the end of the day, it's a business, man. And he wants to get paid, and the Niners have a number that they want. The only thing I don't like is that we only do negotiate these contracts in like July, August, September. To me, it sucks because the numbers always go up, man. Like St. Brown got his money, and then Brandon Aiyuk's out there like on Twitter, like, all right, like I'm gonna get paid now. If we would have signed him earlier, we could have probably got him for what we wanted. Yeah. So now it's like the numbers just keep going up and up, and it's like, oh my gosh, this sucks. So I say keep him. I know a lot of people out there talking about the trade. I know right now what's hot on Twitter is Devontae Adams for Brandon Aiyuk, which it doesn't hurt, but at the end of the day, I think Adams only has 1 year on his contract, and he's older too. Brandon Aiyuk could have for him and Purdy for the next 4 or 5 years. That's what I'm excited about. That's what I want, and I don't know, man. It looks like it's going to be it's a tough negotiation right now with Parag and those boys. So hopefully we get it done, man. But I still think that he's going to be on this team.
Yeah, and even though Devontae Adams is a beast, you got to think about it, like you said, younger, barely going to be entering his prime. He has a way bigger window to be a solid receiver. So I wouldn't do it either. I would just play that hardball. Understand it's a business, so don't get butthurt on both sides. But that freaking getting ahead of the cap is huge because that's what the Chiefs do all the time, man. That's why freaking Mahomes is restructured like 5 times. Yeah, I agree with you. Our management has to start doing something similar to that because besides Eric Armstead, who they would always restructure ahead of time, like I feel like they don't do that very often with our main guys,
Yeah.
So
it seems like every darn year too, it happens at later time. Last year, obviously, it was Nick Bosa. The year before, obviously, Deebo.
Yeah.
And then Kittle, Fred Warner. It just keeps going on and on where they just wait and wait. And I get it, Parag, he's a busy man. Like now he owns, I think, one of the soccer teams out there. So it's kind of tough, but it's like, dude, get ahead of the game, guys. Like, get ahead of the game. Get the contract in before, waiting till July and that's the frustrating part. That's the only part I don't like about management, man. So they do that, they procrastinate, and it's like, damn, now it's kind of biting this in the ass. But I heard they're close. Hopefully it happens, man. But damn, imagine if we did lose them. That would freaking suck just because, a few extra $1 million. I think that what I saw last year was magic between these two guys. Brandon Aiyuk really, he didn't get going, and he did kind of before that. Who do you have before Perkins? Oh, Jimmy G. But it never really completely clicked, man. This right here looks like magic, man. Something's happening with these two guys where they're always on the same page. Obviously in the Super Bowl, it just didn't work out that way. I know that kind of pissed off Brandon Aiyuk, but the offensive line, man, I think this year our offensive line's gonna be better. So I think you have bigger numbers out there. So it's like, come on, dude, let's just get it together, have it signed, and hopefully, if we do sign him, which I think we will, hopefully he stays in shape, man. I do not want another situation with Deebo Samuel where he comes in camp, out of shape. The thing with Bosa last year, the dude's always in shape, man. He's always ready to go. And when he came in, he looked like a freaking monster. So him and Joey were always training in the offseason. We saw things of Brandon Aiyuk. He was training out there looking good. What are you going to say?
But even then, even Nick Bosa coming in late, he actually had one of his more subpar years too.
What do you have? Like 10 sacks?
10 sacks, but
it wasn't like the year before.
Obviously, defensive player of the year before, but still, you can kind of tell it did affect him just a little bit. Yeah. Not huge, but a little bit.
And and then it definitely affected Deebo Samuel. Yeah. Freaking, the dude looked like, I don't know, man. He just finished, like he was on the rest in peace Richard Simmons thing that late into the camp trying to get back in shape, man. It just didn't happen. So hopefully he is in shape, ready to go, because, man, I still think our Super Bowl window is there, man. I still think we still have 2-3 years with these guys, the core, until it completely blown up. So I just hoping that he's in shape, ready to go, because if we don't have him, man, I think it does change our offense, man. Because with those third downs, I know it's third and Jawan, but let's be real, man. It was third and Aiyuk. At the end of the day, that's the guy who was making the big time plays for us in an NFC Championship game. That was a dog right there. He found that butterfly, or was it the butterfly? No, the ladybug, and that changed everything. That helped us get to the Super Bowl, man. Yeah. So.
And you think about it, obviously he's probably going to hold out, but most of the times they usually end it right before the season starts, maybe week 1 or 2.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, once he gets out on the field, as long as they're winning, he's going to eventually going to change his tune. He's going to understand that he just wants to be there. He wants to stay. This happens all the time. As long as we win, he's going to be happy at the end of the day. If you win, he's going to, especially if we win a Super Bowl, he's going to want to come back for sure. He's not going to want to leave anywhere. So pretty much a big component is for us winning, and like I said, with him also he has to understand he has Brock Purdy throwing him the ball for the next couple of years. He shouldn't want to leave anywhere, because Brock Purdy, he's elite, man.
And the guy, the kid, when you saw pictures of him as a kid, he's a freaking Niner fan. So I mean, why in the hell are you gonna want to leave your team that you grew up rooting for? And I know money talks and all that stuff, but the dude's a Niner fan. I know he loves it here. He loves his boys. He just wants to get paid. Hopefully we just get this thing done, and then we can just move on. I think salary cap will move up next year. So, I mean, let's just get it, man. Screw it, man. As long as we have these two guys, I think our offense with Trent Williams, I think we can make magic, man. So come on, guys. Let's just get it together, get it signed, and hopefully we get that 6th Super Bowl, man.
All right, well, you guys let us know what you guys think about this Brandon Aiyuk situation. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. See you all next time.
Peace.